What did engineering say? They knew? Well, who gave her access? Okay, well, get her on a video call. Now, get her on a call right now. Hi, Clarissa?
It is. And this is Kennedy. Sorry. The meeting invite didn't include an email signature. Are you covering for Jeremy?
I'm Kennedy Montgomery. I'm the CEO of Hyperiex.
Oh, well, what a pleasant surprise. With the pace we're all moving here, I haven't had a chance to properly introduce myself.
We've met before.
Have we?
We both spoke at the Women in Innovation Summit last year.
Did we? Small world.
Indeed.
Is there something I can help you with, Kennedy?
Actually, there is. I was looking over the updated scorecard and noticed a footnote under training mentioning Project Cetera as one of the data sources.
Absolutely revolutionary. It's completely changed the way we train the observation unit new hires.
Innovation is one of our key tenets here at Hyperiex, but using technology from our neuroscience vision...
It's opening up new avenues for learning that I never could have dreamed of.
I'm sure it is, but...
My PhD thesis was actually a theory on computer-generated training plans.
I'm aware.
I hadn't realized the technology wasn't just close, but actually here, available. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves.
Well, maybe. The trends look good, but the forecasts are probably a bit aggressive considering the sample size.
The data's going to be a little noisy at first, but I'm personally monitoring the output. The reporting will play out to match the forecasts.
It's not the reporting I'm worried about, Clarissa. It's how you obtained the data.
I don't want to step out of line, Kennedy, but I was told I had free reign of the training program.
Training and engineering are separate departments.
I didn't realize there were hard dividers between the various teams.
There aren't, but...
The engineers I spoke to didn't seem to think there would be a problem. They jumped at the possibility of opening the project scope out to a different behavior type.
Clarissa, if this report were to get out, some very important people I have to deal with, would start to ask questions that I need to be prepared to answer. For instance, some of them might wonder whether or not we've started implanting devices in our own...
No, Kennedy. Of course not. We're not doing anything invasive. This is purely behavioral research. How familiar are you with the actual technology?
Well, while we hire experts in the field who can best speak to their areas of expertise...
So the device is made up of three key components. There's the neural inhibitor, the part that actually talks to the brain, the, how can I put it, computer that does the monitoring. And then, of course, there's the casing, what everyone considers the device. It's a remarkable piece of technology.
I'm familiar with...
What I realized was that we could create a copy of the computer, set it to optimize training material geared toward each individual employee. Then it had the added benefit of monitoring its own performance to ensure each training program is effective. I know it sounds complex, but it's pretty straightforward when you set it in action.
What I was going to say, Clarissa, was that while we hire experts who can best speak to their field of study, I myself, along with an MBA, hold masters in both statistics and neuroscience. My passion for multiple fields of scientific research and my business experience are the main reasons why I was brought on as CEO, why I was so eager to throw the full weight of Hyperiex's resources behind Project Cetera.
I see.
Your presentation at the Innovation Summit impressed me, Clarissa, which is why I forwarded your name to Jeremy when I brought him on as CHRO.
I'm happy to have...
The Generative Adversarial Synaptic Network algorithm, the computer, as you call it, requires a very focused data set for it to function properly, which is why you were brought in. To train the people tasked with optimizing the data. And now I find out that the algorithm is in charge of creating the training material that will ultimately impact how the data is collected.
I can assure you, Miss Montgomery, that every step has been taken to ensure my work stays completely separate from the main project.
So it's not collecting any extraneous data, even if it's not connected to the Project Cetera server?
Absolutely not. Engineering made it very clear that as soon as we process a new batch of employees, we need to shut down our server instance. Would you excuse me a moment?
Is everything all right?
Oh, absolutely. There was just something. Everything's fine.
Clarissa, this is obviously your last and only warning.
I understand.
You're the best in your field, and in any other situation, I'd be fine with you implementing a new training program.
Of course.
I'm going to continue to have concerns. Having said that, I'm intrigued by the possibilities of what you've accomplished.
You are?
There are other avenues we should consider moving in to diversify our offerings. Moving into education is a fascinating proposition.
I completely agree, not just for corporations, but all levels of education. There's so many possibilities.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me on such short notice, Clarissa.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Montgomery.
Kennedy is fine.
Kennedy.
I'll touch base with Jeremy, and one or both of us will follow up with you.
Fantastic.
Take care. Have a project manager assigned to the training department. They'll report to Clarissa. Give Jeremy a heads up. No, I can fill him in when he's back. And set up a meeting with the finance department. I want to see if we can scrounge up some spare cash for a new project. Perfect. Thanks.